According to 4hearts.org, there are 4 main red blood cell types: A, B, AB, and O. Each of these then can be positive or negative for Rh factor. AB is the universal blood recipient, and O negative is the universal donor of red blood cells. Taking the time to go through the quick and easy process of donating blood is something everyone should consider. Donating blood helps to save thousands of lives every single day. The American Red Cross has said that every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood. It is used for surgeries, cancer treatment, chronic illness, and traumatic injuries. This adds up to about 36,000 units of blood every day. That is 36,000 people's worth of blood donations being used every single day as well. According to the American Red Cross, only 38% of people in the U.S. are able to give blood due to a variety of reasons, such as low iron levels or other health-related conditions. There is essentially always a need for blood. The Red Cross has also said that only about 10% of people eligible to donate actually do. That is a shockingly low percentage of people. Each new donor helps to meet patient needs. One can never know what will happen in the future. A hypothetical example is to consider is on your way to work, someone runs a red light and hits you. You suffer a fairly traumatic injury and a great loss of blood. You are rushed to the hospital where you will be given almost 100 pints of blood. This is just one example of how blood can be needed in a moment's notice. Accepting the easy challenge to donate blood will leave one with a feeling of empowerment. Knowing that one is able to make a difference for someone else is a joyous feeling. If we as a country decide to take the small amount of time it takes to donate blood, there will be a great reward. According to the University of Cincinnati, whole blood has a shelf life that only lasts about 35 days. A continuous stream of new donors would alleviate the constant worry that the readily available blood will run out. It is not hard to donate blood. The first step is to visit the American Red Cross website at redcrossblood.org. Here there will be a place for one to enter his or her zip code. This will bring up a schedule of all the drives in one's area. The American Red Cross holds drives quite often, so there is almost always a chance for one to find a drive that will fit his or her schedule. Once one does find a drive, the actual donation process is also fairly simple. All one will need with them when he or she arrives at the drive site is a form of ID. After answering some questions, one will be brought back to a patient bed where the blood donating process will begin. The total process lasts about 45 minutes to an hour from the time one enters the building to the time they exit. The University of Cincinnati says that the actual blood donation process only takes about 15 minutes. As someone who has held multiple blood drives and donated blood myself multiple times, I can attest to how quick and easy it is to donate blood. This is a donor card that one will receive after they donate blood for the first time. It has their name, their blood type, and the region in which they live. As you can see on this card, my blood type is O negative, which means I am a universal donor. Many people say they do not want to donate blood because they think it will be painful or they fear the needle. I can relate to these concerns because I do not like the sight of blood as well. However, donating blood is a near pain-free process. The nurses on staff do a great job of making each donor feel comfortable. They help anyone who may feel nervous, and they provide you with a stress ball. If one is truly concerned about their nerves, he or she can recruit a friend or family member to come along and hold his or her hand. The New York Times has written numerous articles on many different occasions where the blood supply reached so low in the United States that even relatively simple procedures needed to be delayed. In a world where more people take action to donate blood, this would not happen. If someone had been waiting for a month for a transplant, there would no longer be a concern to if the blood would be available when the organ was. Cancer treatments would continue unfazed by any concern for running out of blood, and those who work in the medical field would not have to deal with an extra added stress. They deeply care for their patients and their needs, so having a consistent blood supply would help to alleviate some of the stress and worry. Overall, a better well-being would be available if more people donated blood to avoid any blood shortages. However, if this blood demand is not met, there will also be many consequences. According to the American Red Cross, blood donations can be used with newborn infants born with diseases, cancer treatments, natural disaster victims, vehicular accident victims, surgeries, childbirth, those with blood deficiencies, and other circumstances. There is a possible future where a hospital or treatment center possesses all the needed equipment and personnel but are still unable to save one's life because there was no readily available blood. A mother who just went through an especially hard childbirth and required a blood transfusion may not be able to have one, or a cancer patient undergoing chemotherapy who required a blood or a platelet transfusion to stay healthy and strong would not be able to have one either. We as humans are wired to feel compassion. Would you not wish to help those who need it? Donating blood can help secure a healthy future for thousands and thousands of people, according to the American Red Cross. One day, someone you love could be in a position where he or she needs a blood donation. I'm sure you would do almost anything to help him or her. Well, someone's mother and someone's brother is the person in need right now. If there is even a chance you could help someone keep on living, wouldn't you want to? The problem is not going to go away. In fact, it almost never will. The need for blood is not one that can be ignored because people's lives are at stake here. As previously stated, according to the American Red Cross, every 2 seconds someone in the U.S. needs blood. I'm not asking you to do much. 1 hour every few months is all it takes to help change the world. Many of these people have spent hours upon hours dealing with their health problems. I am sure many of these people who need the blood would gladly wish to be in your shoes. We as a society have a history of stepping in and lending a hand to help those who need it. Now is no exception. Donating blood is a relatively quick and easy process with numerous benefits for so many people. The American Red Cross says that one donor has the power to save 3 lives. 3 lives every time they donate. It is not hard and it does not cost. In fact, it is not even time-consuming. Don't sit and wait around for someone else to step up and help solve this huge problem. You can start making a difference as soon as the next few days. I strongly encourage all of you to take the time to donate blood.
All right.